for the Charlotte Amateur Radio Society. We're out here at the beautiful Burnt Store Lakes Community Park. We call it the Angelo Park, and we're setting up for the QRP Limbo, the How Low Can You Go, our QRP Challenge. That's going to dovetail nicely into the picnic that'll roll around here at about noon today. So you need to be sure to check it out. We're set up to run the Sunshine Net this morning. I see 5 stations setting up to run the QRP Challenge. We are going to have a great time out here today. Be sure you stop by to see us.
All right, so what are you doing, Doug?
Well, I'm sitting here ready to start the Sunshine Net here in about 1 minute. We'll get it cranked up. And tell me, Marty, what special situation do you have for us?
As far as cooking stuff or as far as just seeing what's going on? Actually, this is the first live stream that we've done for a Charlotte Amateur Radio Society event. And just trying it out. Let me see if I have any. I don't have any viewers right now, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I do have 1 viewer right now.
Fantastic.
So hello, thank you for joining the live stream. Right now I'm talking to Doug, KM4LKC. My call is AA5UM. We're here at Burnt Store Meadows.
Burnt Store Lakes Community Park.
Burnt Store Lakes Community Parks off Rio, Tioga, doing the Charlotte Amateur Radio Society's QRP Challenge, or QRP Limbo. How low can you go? And we're also going to be having our club picnic later on today. So Doug is doing the Sunshine Net. So you ever wonder what's going on with the Sunshine Net? Now you know, and Doug's going to get started.
Here we go. QST, QST, QST. Good morning, Charlotte County, and welcome to the special edition of the Sunshine Net. That's right, we meet here every morning, 8:30 a.m., right here on the WX4E Link Repeater System. The Link Repeater System and the Sunshine Net are sponsored by the Charlotte Amateur Radio Society. Hey, want to learn more about the club? Stop by and see us at carsfl.org. That's carsfl.org. We encourage you to join us. We're having a great time promoting amateur radio here in Charlotte County. So be sure to check us out. As we always say, let's get on the air, get together, and get active. carsfl.org. Well, there we go. All right, let me let it drop for a moment. Okay, we will start with our customary pause for emergency or priority traffic. Emergency or priority traffic only, call now.
And Doug, make sure you tell the listeners to go look for AA5UN live stream.
Okay, nothing heard there. We will say if you do have an emergency, please say break, break. We will relinquish the frequency and give you any assistance that we can offer. This is a directed net, so please use net control when checking in. And unlike some nets, we do take 1 check-in at a time, so please wait to be recognized. This is also a good opportunity to practice good emergency communications. We encourage you to key the mic, say net control, and then unkey. Listen for doubles and listen for the courtesy tone. If you don't hear anything, key back up, give your call sign and your name slowly. Old ears need to copy this, and then we will kick it off from there. Just a reminder, there's really 3 good reasons for listening for that courtesy tone. 1, it lets somebody with an emergency break in. 2, it lets you hear if there are doubles. And 3, it lets the repeater reset. So 3 good reasons to listen for that courtesy tone. Okay, so let me announce a special edition this morning. We are out here at Burnt Store Community Lakes Park. This is what we affectionately call Angelo's Park. This is where we usually have our picnics, and we've had several events out here. I see 5 stations set up this morning for the QRP Challenge. They're getting ready to get things going, and I think we'll run that till about 10:30 this morning. So that's going to be just a really cool event to see everybody how they do. I think there's going to be 3 challenges involved. The first challenge is how low can you go? That's why we call it the QRP Limbo. Who can make contacts with the least power? The second part of it will be who can make the most contacts running QRP. And then finally, I think we're doing who can make the longest distance contact. So Marty's got great things set up, and in fact, here he's showing off the prizes for these. Oh, how cool. Marty has 3D printed antenna winders, perfect for the QRP antenna system. And we have 1 for distance. We have 1 for most contacts. And we have the QRP Limbo. Looks like we might have a second one here. You can pick your choice pick your choice for most contacts.
I had a prototype, so I had some extra filament, so that's how we did that. And be sure and give a pitch for the live on this.
Yeah, so if you're listening, this is a great opportunity right now to check out YouTube. Go to AA5UN, that's Alpha Alpha 5 Uniform November. Look at Marty's channel there. He's live streaming this event. So be sure to check it out there, pop in there, say hello to Marty, and we'll be walking around doing some interviews with the different radio operators and seeing what's going on. Okay, let's see. This dovetails nicely today. We'll be setting up for our fall picnic. You know, every year the Charlotte Amateur Radio Society holds 2 picnics. It's open to anyone to come out and join us. We ask you to bring a big smile and a side dish, and we fire up burgers and brats for the club. And this is our fall picnic. And I understand we have a special edition of pumpkin pie rolling in for us. I can't wait for that.
Wow.
And Lena always spoils us with her dessert, so KO4SPC has cajoled her into bringing something special. So the eating is always good, the camaraderie is fantastic, and today we've got a pretty cool QRP challenge. Okay, with that, let me open it up to check-ins. We'll start, if there is short time or mobile only, call in.
And to our viewer, this is what it looks like doing the Sunshine Net.
One more call for short time or mobile only, please call in. Okay, nothing heard. We'll open it up to anyone, anywhere. Anyone, anywhere. Give us a call for the Sunshine Net on this beautiful Saturday morning.
Net control. Net control, please check in. Kilo November 4, Juliet Echo November, KN4JE and Allen, currently on the banks of the beautiful Mayaca River in El Jodie.
Good morning, Alan. We know we were dreaming about your carne asa yum yum. So I heard that was on its way.
Roger that. Be aware that it's about a 3-second delay between the live feed and the transmission with the radio. So folks aren't going to be able to check into the net via the YouTube.
I don't want them to.
It's just going to work. That's it on the radio. The carne adobada is almost cooked, warming back up. Need to finish up the onions, take a little bit of the crunch away. But we're ready to come over. I'll probably be there around 10 o'clock to set up.
Fantastic, Alan. Really appreciate you doing that. And you got back in town just in the nick of time. So thank you very much. Yeah, you'll enjoy stopping by and seeing the different stations there. We learned that if you put 2 Angelo antennas close together, they make more. So several Angelo antennas out there. Dennis has got his famous trailer hitch mast set up. Jerry's over there. I have no idea what Herb's doing. Looks like he might be tangled in an antenna system, so we'll have to go rescue him. But yeah, it's really cool to see the guy set up, and look forward to anyone that wants to come out and check it out. Anything else for us this morning, Al?
No, I think that's going to do it for this morning. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. This is Kilo November 4, Juliet Echo November on the side listing.
Okay, Alan, appreciate you checking in, and thanks for the heads up on that. Yeah, it's good to pop in and view the YouTube live feed, but probably, as Alan mentioned, better to check in live on the radio station. Okay, this is KM4LKC for the Sunshine Net, taking check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please call in.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Check-ins for the Sunshine Net. This is KM4LKC for the Sunshine Net. Looking for check-ins. And we might have most of the people out here this morning, but come on in. NC4CC, good morning, Dave. Yep, NC4CC, go ahead.
Sounds like you're getting an early start today, and we'll be headed that direction here in a bit.
Yeah, very good. Boy, the weather is beautiful. Gentle breeze blowing through here. It's absolutely gorgeous this morning.
and the group is set up and going well. I already see the grill is out, coolers filled with ice. Yeah, we're looking good over here.
All right. Well, I guess you guys are warming up the airwaves. Well, no, not warming them up too much.
Angelo, we're live streaming on YouTube, so say hello. I've got at least one viewer. I don't know who it is.
Absolutely. I can't tell. I can't see far enough down where Dennis is.
Just looking 40 meters right now.
Okay, let's go see what Herb's doing. Herb, what's going on? So we're live streaming YouTube. Don't worry, I only have one viewer. So tell us what you got going on and what are your plans?
How are you doing?
Good, good to see you.
Well, I'm just setting up a KX3. I'm probably going to work primarily on FT8.
Oh, okay.
And I'm using a copy of a little buddy pole. And it's a Japanese copy. And I like it because it's really, really easy to set up.
Oh, it is pretty compact for sure.
It is. Now, I only put out one radio. It's designed and it can put out 6.
Do you have to adjust the coil for your frequency, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it set to 20 meters.
Okay.
I tuned it before it came out quicker.
And that, for you folks, for my one audience member, that's a JPC 12 antenna is what that says.
$109 from China.
Oh, man, what a bargain. Yeah, it looks like that's about 15 feet, 16 maybe. Yeah, that's pretty slick. It's a nice compact setup.
At a 52.
This, the handheld is this 52A,
I
but
just ordered one.
they're a great little rig, really they are.
I just ordered one. I want to use it with with my open spot.
Yeah, that's what I do
I
too.
want to cross band it.
Yep.
I talked to Dan, and I got to get together with Dan.
So the cool thing with this is you can QSY with your hot to talk groups with this, the keypad, DTMF tones. That's what I like. So anyway, well, thanks for showing.
Now this is an interesting toy. That's the
RF finder. Yeah, I know what that is. Wow. That's a cell phone with a radio around it.
all built in, yeah. And
Yeah.
No code plugs or anything.
Well, that's nice.
It's all built in.
Code plugs are not fun.
It constantly updates all the users as an unlimited number.
Oh, anytime they get a new DMR ID, there they go.
Time one comes on there, and if somebody comes on the air that isn't in the database, it automatically adds it.
That's nice. That is really nice. If there any, and
It's still, let me say, it is still a work in progress. I'm still using beta software, and there's always little glitches, and they're working on it and working on it. They've been working on it for years.
so just as an aside, for the 13 Colonies event that was going on, there was a British station, and the only way I was able to reach him was through here initially. He was on a talk group in England. It's not like he was in a pub.
DMR?
Yeah, but D-Star.
D-Star.
And actually chatted with the fella for a little bit. I later worked him on one of the HF bands, but to get the clean sweep of the 13 Colonies and the 2 bonus stations, I had to resort to D-Star to do it. And other crazy thing, it's in Florida, so what was I doing? I was in the pool in the Lanai, and I heard him on that. I was really surprised. He was on this, I forgot what talk group it was. Someone posted that he was on a certain talk group. Sure enough, threw out the call and he answered. And it's not like they were in a pub. They were having a really good time.
That's wonderful.
So,
Last week I tried to get on the military museum repeater, and I was on, but then something happened and it just dropped me off. And afterwards I spoke with Dan. He says, yeah, they were having trouble with the setup. And
it wouldn't be radio if it worked smoothly. That's why it's amateur radio.
yeah.
All right, well, very good. I'm going to walk down here and say hello to Dennis and see what he's got going on.
He's
Thanks.
got a serious antenna.
He does have a serious antenna. We have 3 viewers now. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, Herb. All right, we're going to walk down here and take a look at what Dennis has got going on. And the last champion, K4NAX, is here. I don't see a station. But, hey, gentlemen, I'm live streaming this on YouTube. So the past champion is here. So here's and K4NAX W6 BFK. Dennis is set up, and Dennis is doing. Look, Dennis is doing CW only. Now,
I'm going to run CW, and I'm running it as a contest station with N1MM, a wind keyer, and I've got a rotatable dipole up in the air.
and you're using WX4E as your call?
Yep, I'm running a club call because it's a weight of 44 compared to 60 something of my personal call. So I'm using all the advantages I can find.
There you go. And what a slick little power supply you've got set up going there. So for the people watching, what I'm showing right now, that's his power supply. Using probably got another drill at home and got a buck converter, drops it down to 12 for him. And there, I think those are what, 20, oh, it says 20 volts on the side. So that's pretty slick, and that'll run that KX3 for forever. Yeah.
The best part about this setup is the wife never knows what you bought it for.
We need this, yeah.
I mean, if you want me to run that hedge trimmer.
That's right.
That's another story.
That's right.
Well, and I'm going to pan to his antenna. Look at this setup. And you can see this is in a trailer hitch. So just gives you an idea that, I mean, you can go, he had this thing up in what, 10 minutes or less?
Yeah, it goes up quick. I am kind of trapped to operating parking lot. So hiking it is an option with it. And I set up two 20-meter shark sticks in a dipole configuration. I have them tuned for the center of the 20-meter CW portion of the band. And I've got them pointed due north right now. And you'll see the piece of tape. I can rotate it if I need to.
There we go. And I tell you what, with the tailgate and everything, it looks more than, I mean, I'm looking at it going, is that 30 feet? I mean, it looks way up there, doesn't it?
The pole, all sections extended is 28. So yeah,
Okay, and you got 2 foot of lift. Yeah.
it's probably right.
Yep, well, that's a sweet setup. And then, of course, he's got the cream of la creme in QRP radios right here, the KX3, arguably the best QRP radio going around. And CW L-Craft puts some special sauce, so CW sounds so pretty on it.
And for the event, I'm going to run a remote speaker and a headset. So
That's nice, so people
anybody
can
wants
hear.
to listen in, yeah.
So I'd urge everyone to come out and take a look at this. I mean, you do see a variety of stations. Gives you some ideas for POTA, gives you some ideas for just getting out and enjoying fall in Florida, winter in Florida for that matter.
That's right.
I
A
mean,
little chilly.
it is. I mean, who would have thought? It's a little chilly. We're so used to 90 plus. So,
I'm going to listen around the bands and see what's out there.
all right. We're going to walk over here and see what Jerry's going on. Thank you, Dennis. We'll be back and visit some more.
Is that a wind here? What are you running here?
Yeah, it's a
We appreciate you doing that. So, Norm, let me ask you, have you ever run QRP on HF? Only a 10. Hey, just wondered if maybe you had tried it out on 10 meters. 10 meters has been wide open on several occasions here lately.
Hey, so here we're talking to Jerry, W8GV. He's got his station set up. And again, look how he's organized himself. He's got him some built-in shade. He's got him a little comfortable seating area. Got his rig there, got his computer going. Jerry, what mode are you operating?
I'm on sideband right now, and but my intent is to try a little CW this morning.
Okay.
There's
And
a lot of stations on with the contests going on.
so,
it's busy.
well, with sideband, we're counting, saying 10 watts is QRP level.
Yeah.
So, you know, you ought to be able to make a lot of
I'm
contacts
gonna
at
have
10
to go
watts.
QRO to 10 watts.
Anyway, slick setup. Jerry does a lot of POTA activations, and you can tell the way he's got this deployed. Here's a guy that's used to operating in the field, and POTA and events like this get you to operating in the field, getting you to throwing out an antenna quickly. It's pretty slick way to do it, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun. The first time is the worst time, and you kind of get hooked. I started with just hunting and made worked all states. and then I finally went out and started activating, and it's way more fun than hunting.
I'm one shy. I have not gotten Maine as a state hunted, so I keep trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on quite often.
Yeah, I just got to time it. Not when I'm on. So anyway, well, thank you. That's a nice
All
setup.
right, thank you.
We're gonna go look at your antenna real quick.
Look, I don't even see it.
What are you using? You using buddy sticks too?
They're ham sticks, shark ham sticks.
Yeah, everybody's going with the hamsticks today.
And look at this. He's using some kettlebells. Aren't just for exercise. They also have some practical uses. So let me pause this. So if you want to buy some exercise equipment, you're also, bear in mind, you'd also be getting something to use for your antenna setup. So look at this. So we don't get that big of winds in Florida, but we get some breezes. So he's got his kettlebell holding the tripod down, and very similar setup. Push-up pole, buddy sticks, he tunes them. And that gives him pretty good. He's got a way to transport it very easily. That looks suspiciously like a fishing rod tube. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and walk over here where I think we're gonna go make our way back over to Doug and see what he's doing over there. And you can see this park is just beautiful. Come out, the burgers I guess will go on start cooking at 11. Got some burgers and brats. Be a lot of fun.
Everybody's on 20. I tried 40, and 30 meters, there's not much activity. So I thought I could get some CW on 30.
Has anyone tried 17 or 15 yet?
I got to change the antenna for 17. I may do that because most of the guys here are on 20, and we're getting clobbered.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Steve, tell us what you're doing. This is KO4SPC.
I'm working 20 meters, trying to make a contact here. I made a contact with a guy in Costa Rica and some other foreigners here. I haven't looked up to see where they are. I'm trying to make contacts here. I'm doing hunting. See who I can find out here to make a contact with.
And what kind of radio are you using?
I've got a Zigblu 90.
Zygu. Ah, that's an SDR.
It's a compact little radio.
Sure is.
It does up to 20 watts, and it's a good little compact radio to do
really an interesting way to go.
go out in the field with to do POTA or field days.
So your whole station, that's a nice compact little station too.
It's all right here.
Yeah, what are you using for a battery?
I have I've got eight of the
LiPo 4s?
Lyco 4 batteries in here, and it's all compacted in a bottom of this little thing.
That's
here.
slick. That's really nice.
I just open it up, and I also have this set up for my UHF and HF radio in here also, and it's a compact little unit. This radio sits right here, and then if I'm just doing emergency management, my little tough book computer fits right in.
So you can run WinLink out of that if you need to?
WinLink out here. Yes, I do.
So that's like a CC flare. That's your emergency go box. CC Flares go box.
What it is.
Yep, sure is.
And I
So
just got myself a new Spider-Man pole, and it's 34 feet. I'm only up, I think about 20 feet right now. And it's a nice compact pole.
So where did you get your antenna? DX Engineering?
No, no, I actually got it online from the Spider company. The company that actually sells direct from them.
Okay, the poles themselves, but what about the antenna themselves? Can anyone just go get that antenna?
Well, the antenna is just a piece of wire.
What?
That's a wire. You see the red wire? That's the antenna.
So Steve has made a vertical dipole, and you can see this is a variation of what we're calling the POTA packer. and you can see it's got some special stuff down in there that he switches.
And it does 20, 30, and 40, depending on how the switches are. That's Angelo's Potapacker.
There we go.
Okay, and that wire mine's about 16 feet to wire, and the SWR is down like 1.1
Wow.
to 1.4.
That's nice.
So it's great little, easy to maneuver, and my pole goes down and it fits in that little tube. And this I have made that it'll come apart. Done this 3 times to get it where I'm really happy with it. So it's a great little thing.
That's really slick. It
It
looks
is
really
slick.
nice. And look at this, a beautiful setting in the palm trees. You don't even know the antenna's here. So, and your antenna, you've got the original, I guess the original Potapacker there.
That's it. That's the original.
Angelo's, and they've multiplied. I've actually got one in a box over here too somewhere. So,
Still works real well. Happy with it.
neat setup.
I have this now that I can take. I got 2 bolts that I can take this apart further. This comes off.
Ah,
I bought this though, and this is the slickest thing. I can push my foot and get that down.
oh, that is slick.
And
That's
this
nice.
comes off of here with 2 little bolts, and so it's more compact.
You just cut a fence post.
But this, I'm so happy. I ordered the wrong pole. I wanted a 23 foot, and it ended up coming with the 32 or whatever it was. And how am I going to work this? Well, these sleeves come out. I took 3 sleeves off of here. They just slide off. I took 3 sleeves to make it fit in here, and this is 3 inches in here, and I got it's perfect.
And this is the fishing pole?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and how high would this go if you...
34 feet.
34.
Yeah.
And is it like real flimsy at the top?
No. That's you see how thick it is up there.
Oh, okay.
And I got
So
the
I see what you're
I got
saying.
the eyelet on it.
That's
And
very cool.
it's pretty. I'm pretty happy with it.
That is very cool.
I was a little bummed. I was looking at sending it back to get the other one, with the shipping's $23. So I went back to shipping. It was $23. I have $60.
Yeah.
I figured out how to use this one. And if I want to go higher, I can go higher.
Yeah, that
So
makes
I'm
sense.
so happy with this.
Is that from MFJ?
No. It's right from. I had to look it up where it's from, but I found it online.
Not an
It's-
amateur?
No. Oh no. This is right from the company. It's
Yeah,
called.
that's
It's
cool.
called Spider Beam.
Oh, it's Spider Bee.
It's a spider.
Well, it's a nice compact size too.
Yeah, so you get it right from the company. I had it like 3 days. 3 days.
Wow.
I've got a real good pole too, but it only goes to 21 feet.
Right, that's the one I was going to order because
Yeah.
it fit in there. I had to change. This is the 3rd time. This is the 3rd piece of pipe I had
get the right
to
size.
get the right. And I'm happy now. So this is just perfect. And this just lifts right out of there. Just goes in. Yeah. 10-foot radio.
All right. Well, thank you. That's a slick setup.
Slick.
Wow.
I'm really happy with it. And my little radio seems to work good with it. So I got one of those. Oh yeah. And it's doing all right. I'm still learning how to use it.
All right. Let's go back and see what Doug's doing on the Sunshine Net.
Let me ask you, have you ever run QRP?
Has car problems and reliable vehicle. Isn't so reliable when it's QRP, I think that what people think for QRP overtakes them one of my
I want to know where our buddy QRP Dave is. Where's the big QRPer?
not quite doing well enough on the practice quizzes that I feel confident going in to take the actual test. I got the right questions, I can probably pass, but that's not good enough to me. But one of my questions always was that you see people with a QRP radios making contact, thousands of miles away. It's just like those radios in a lot of cases, not all cases, but a lot of cases are expensive. That's a good way to start out. But at the same time, people, when you say that, you have to be happy with that. It's like back and forth. So I suppose it's different rigs for different purposes, and that's what we're going to look at.
Well, I appreciate you bringing that up because that's a really great point. QRP is a great way to develop operating skills. Don't know that I would recommend somebody starting off that way because it does require patience and timing, a good antenna system. Radios can run the gamut. I've seen, Marty, what's the QMX running? A couple $100s?
Oh, the QMX built by somebody. Angelo, wasn't that rig like $120 or something
Yeah, so
crazy?
there you go. The new QMX is about $120. So you can do it much less expensive. But QRP, if you're trying to run CW or digital at 5 watts, it'll teach you to be a better operator. But I think you make a good point. I don't know if I would start right there.
If you've got a tri-bander on a tower, then start QRP.
Yeah, roger that. That's kind of the first I was looking at. I know someone who's got Zygo G90, which is probably what I'm really kind of focused in on that one.
It's a 20 watt.
Yeah, Steve's got one. We just showed it on the channel.
But for a starter, that might be the place to start. But yeah, the QMX caught my attention when Dave mentioned it.
I think it's 450.
And I'm looking at that and
I gotta find out.
nice ratio to have off the side continuously running the digital mode and just, do voice on another radio.
Pitch the dongles, because run a dongle, let it run, and you come back and see how many countries you harvest. That'll segue into our program.
Yeah, Kermit, so you're right. Yeah, the Zygo, I think, is a 20 watt radio. It's a great radio. I think there's one running here today. I think
There is.
is running the Zygo on an Angelo antenna.
Walk right over there.
So I think Marty's going to walk over there and take a look at the radio. So check out Marty's live stream on YouTube.
But the thing is, if you want to go on, just have a reason to go on the radio at home. You gotta get you contest those pretty
Well,
soon.
we've always
Contest.
Well, there's a big contest going on out there.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why the band.
That's exactly it.
What's Doug for you?
He's doing the
Sunshine Net.
Oh, he's doing the
Sunshine Net.
So a question came up, not to interrupt you guys. What is that Zygo 90 going for these days?
$300, something like that. It's not an expensive.
It's not,
radio.
okay.
It's not an expensive radio. No, it's not an expensive radio. It's nice and compact, and
Yeah. It's even got a waterfall.
it's got it's got an internal tuner in it. Also, it's got a tuner in it. So I'm still learning how to use it. It's only my third or fourth time. So Angelo's given me a couple of pointers here today, and
Has he got one?
yes, yeah, he's had one about 3 years, and that's when he goes back to Pennsylvania, takes it, in a little bag with him. He's got it all set up over there. He just takes that to Pennsylvania with him, and he operates all summer.
I've worked him once, yeah.
So,
Okay. Doug was talking about it on the net, so. All right. Let me see how much longer I will. I've got one viewer, so I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to do this live stream.
And I'll be on-site listening case before okay, clear.
Now,
Yep, good morning, Kermit. Appreciate you checking in. And really good conversation. Jim will not steer you wrong. He's absolutely very knowledgeable. Listen to him. I've seen his radio system out at some of our PODA events as well. So absolutely good stuff there. Think about that antenna system, because that's the most important part. Everybody says that. Put all your money in the antenna. None of us listen to that. We go buy the fancy, bright, shiny radio, and then we come back and go, wow, you should have put more money into my antenna system. So that's just a universal thing in amateur radio. All right, Kermit, have a great day. Appreciate you checking in. Good questions, good conversation. This is KM4LKC for the Sunshine Net Special Edition, operating from Birch Store Lake Community Park. We're taking check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, call now.
Net Control. This is KO4SBC. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning, Steve. Boy, you had a whole new division to line of sight.
Yeah, this is a whole new thing for me.
What do you think? Are we actually 25 feet apart?
That's about it. That's about it. Line sight.
There you go. So how's it going in the QRP challenge? Did you make any contacts?
I made one in Costa Rica so far. There's a lot of activity out here, so I'm trying.
Very good. All right, Costa Rica, not a bad shot there, so that's good. I'm trying to remember, Marty, what contacts did K4 NAX make last year when we did this?
Gosh, Don had so many contacts in a CW contest, a European, Russian, I mean, Ukraine even.
I mean, it's amazing what you can do on low power. So these guys are waiting for 20 meters to crank it on up, I suspect.
And he was at 5 watts, 20 meter CW. He was really.
All right. Hey, Steve, have you done a lot of QRP before this event?
No, this is my first event on QRP. I tried it yesterday and I made a contact.
How about that? So making photo contacts on QRP from Texas last year, very good. So I don't know if the battery's going there or we're just, there you go. All right, Steve. Wilson, I'll yell at you. 73, Steve.
73, Doc. Thanks for taking the net.
Appreciate you checking in, Steve. We'll be over there checking a little bit more. All right, this is KM4LKC for the Sunshine Net. They can check in anyone, anywhere. Give us a call.
Net control. Whiskey Niner, November Whiskey Yankee Mobile Dave. Good morning.
Good morning, Mobile Day. So tell us, have you run QRP before?
About 40 years ago, I did a few times, but basically, I've been a 100-watt man. That we end up doing it that way on HF most of the time. But way back when I first got it, we did some QRP and did some QRP on 6 meters with a Clique 99er and the power back just to see what we could do. But I've listened to what you guys do, but I just haven't done any of it recently.
We are going to walk over and see how well Herb is doing on digital modes. Is that Netherlands Antilles, I believe, isn't it? Yeah. Caribbean. He may have the distance so far. So I'll go see what Herb's doing on his digital mode.
I can't. Every time Steve, he's switching it to everybody's on 20. 17's not a contest, man. I can't do it there.
That's true.
Comes up like this. What happens if you click up here? On click on, no, it doesn't bring it up.
What you doing?
Trying to set the time.
Okay. A lot of times it's in the system tray down there on your right. You've got that open. So go to settings, the gear icon, or type settings in that bar right there in that search window. Oh, I just saw it, actually. All right, you should now just put in date and time and see if it'll let you.
System, notifications, power, devices. Not typing in time.
So date and time are critical in digital modes, otherwise no one's going to talk to you.
Well, it doesn't want to synchronize. All right. There you go. Yeah, well, I was just here. What I need to do is manually set it, because it won't automatically do it. So I turn this off.
Yeah, but then you can't manually set the seconds and the tenths and the hundredths of a second.
What, are you not using a time sync program?
Well, I thought I had one in there.
You using BK time sync by chance?
He hasn't got a Wi-Fi though.
No Wi-Fi, I can't download it.
I can get you a hotspot.
There must be a way to manually do this.
Everybody's going with verticals. I thought I'd seen some doubles and dipoles out here, but everybody's going with verticals. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going back to a double.
You're not.
It's just extra steps to
It
set
is.
it up.
It is.
And I would love to do, and this would have been a good way to do it. I would love to do an RBM test, sometime between a doublet and my vertical. And what I can't do, don't do that.
I've got two watchers. But hey, and we're discussing antenna performance. And last year, Don came out here with an end-fed, a ZEP, and did really, really well with it. But the ZEP does take more real estate. Two poles.
That's the only real disadvantage. And it takes an antenna.
It's a little directional too.
A little bit. But I also have an antenna tuner in the KX3, and if you don't have an antenna tuner, you don't with the vertical, you don't need an antenna tuner. At least the one I'm making.
So the one I use a Chameleon, which requires a tuner. It's similar to this without the tuning coil, and it's 19 feet. It's got a 9-to-1 unit in it, and I throw out radials. And the radial link that I use, I've tried the trailer brake harness. They're non-resonant. I've tried 20 feet of braid, works just as well. And then I brought a secret weapon to try with it here, which is the Faraday cloth.
Oh yeah.
And I may try that. I'm looking around, and I may cancel this live stream and go mess around with that. But I did bring it because they were very inexpensive, and the idea is you just put your ground spike in there, no radials, and you get it. Same thing as chicken wire, but I like my vertical. I mean, it's a great DX antenna.
But what I'm going to do today, for instance, is I can find out everybody's call, and anybody that's calling CQ on.
Oh, look on PSK Reporter.
I use RBN, Reverse Beacon Network.
Ah, okay.
But I can compare what some of these different antennas are.
See how they're performing.
On the same band, exactly.
Yeah, there's 2 on 20. KO4SBC and K3YUN are on 20 right now. And I think he's trying to get on 20.
I know if he gets time set up.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. All right.
It's Australian.
Can you work him?
If I can get in, yeah.
I think if you work him, that'll be the.
Marty, look at this. I'm receiving like crazy.
Australian sideband.
Oh God, band's jacked.
Yeah.
I can't get it to the code.
He's on every time.
Because the time's off.
No, it's only. I checked. It's only less than like 10 seconds off.
Oh, well, 10 seconds will a late decode. Tell your settings to allow you to do a late decode. I think there's a way to do that.
Sometimes they'll stand by and specify QRP or mobile.
Look at it. You see.
Oh man. Well, I think I've got time. What time?
But I can't.
9/11. I have time to actually deploy mine.
You gotta wait. It is Australian. Now can be out of the box.
Is anybody getting any interference from anybody else here?
Yeah, he's on 20 and he's on 20.
He hadn't transmitted yet.
Oh,
He's trying to get on.
it's all right, no big.
All right. I think, as you can see, beautiful setting here at the park. I think we're going to wrap up this live stream for now. And I may go see if I can get on the air.
We're doing the SDR this week, right? This meeting.
It is. That's the next club meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Kermit. Yes, you're right. I couldn't recall where I read it, but yes, it was on the Cars Groups IO page for ears, and I saw they were talking about SDR, and it reminded me that maybe I should put a post over there, or maybe you want to do that. The club meeting this coming, what's the second Thursday of the month? I don't want to give the date because I'm not looking at the calendar, but 7 p.m. we'll have the club meeting, and about 8 o'clock, I believe it is NJ2US, will be giving a presentation on SDR radio. And so if you're interested in that, I absolutely encourage you to check that out. The Zoom invitation will be on our Groups IO page, as well as the calendar on our website. Thank you, Kermit.
And he'll be talking about dongles and
What I was going to
transceivers.
say was, I believe the person who posted that was me. I was on their evening net, and I had mentioned web SDR for the folks who don't have a radio. And there's a page, websdr.org. You can go in and it just lists a whole bunch of SDR radios that people have put on the web. You can pick one and use that and listen from there. And I've used it a couple times. It's not necessarily the most efficient thing for what I was trying to do, which is locate people who I knew were having like a net on the air or whatever. Check meter net. The the 40-meter net and whatnot, and have had a hard time doing that, or listen to the W1AW, CW when they do their CW thing. And I've caught a little bit from a couple of those. But yeah, I use the one Logan County schools out of Logan County, Dahlonega, Georgia, and I used to go on that one. And it, see the list, you hit it, and it shows you basically an image of what looks like a radio, and you can tune it, choose your band, your modes, upper sideband, lower sideband, so on and so forth. It's something interesting to use just to try and get a little bit of what's going on out in the wide world. K4, EOK, clear.
Yep, thank you for that, Kermit. Yeah, WebSVR is something many of us has used for quite some time. Is basically using the internet and logging into that, and that Lumpkin County is Dahlonega, Georgia, is a great tool to use. But you can change your locations, and you can even transmit. I use it to transmit from my home to see if my signal's being received by other stations around the country. So it has lots of uses, and one of the things you can do is see if you can hear yourself coming back through the WebSVR. So absolutely check that out.
Guy from Australia.
So okay, Kermit, appreciate that information, and definitely
You can actually
check
tell
out
he's
the
from
next
Australia.
club.
His accent.
This is KM4LKC for the Sunshine Net. Looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere? Call now.
Whiskey 7 Mike Hotel Mike Gus from the Military Heritage Museum.
W7 MHM. Good morning.
Good morning. We're working at the museum, starting setting up for our session with visitors today. I'm using my new NMDN radio. I just love it. I think it's the best radio I have. Over.
I won't dispute that. That is a great UHF radio. Absolutely. So, yep. We're all running those, and very, very happy with them. The NXDN protocol. I have to learn more about the Kodak involved in that. You know, each of these digital radios have a Kodak. Are you familiar with the Kodak in NXDN?
Not at all. I'm just so grateful that Tom Chan set up all these to be identical. All I have to do is press the PPT. I love over.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to understand the difference between the codes and DMR. You know, they're all using a voice compression. That's why you sound funny on these digital voice modes. It's the voice compression that's running in there. So it'd be interesting to understand the difference between the codec and DMR and NXDN and D-Star, as well as Fusion. They all use different codecs, and it would be something interesting to know. Maybe you can teach us about that. KM4LKC.
Yeah, blind maybe, but no, I equipment, able to reach out at the Wednesday night test inside my condo. I can't do that with UHF or VHF, so I'm just thrilled.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the live stream. I've got some time. I think I'm going to go see if I can throw my rig up and see what I can do. Some of the guys are
Absolutely, Gus. Thank you very much for checking in.
are trying. It might help if I put the mask on to try it. We'll see.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck with your activities here today.
All right, 73s, everyone. Thanks for joining the live stream.